Here's a quick tip on using VCA faders in Pro Tools. VCA, standing for Voltage Controlled Amplifier, is a type of fader found on classic analog consoles. A VCA fader is used to control the level of multiple other tracks all at once with a single fader. Here we have a variety of stems for a song. Let's take a listen to a little bit of it. And if we take a look on the mix page, we can see that we have the various levels of the different tracks adjusted to achieve an overall mix of the song. Well, let's say that this song is inserted into our TV show or feature, and we want to keep all the stems separated out in case at any point we want to feature one more than another, but we need to mix this overall song against our dialogue or our sound effects. One thing we could do is to simply create a mix group, which would allow us to adjust the level of all the tracks just by clicking on any one fader. But the downside there is that we would have to suspend groups every time we want to adjust an individual fader within the group. An alternative is to use a VCA track. Let's go ahead and create one now, and we will see how this works. Let's go back to the edit page, and first we will click on the name of our last track, because every new track we create is inserted underneath the last selected track. Let's go to the track menu, New, and we will make one new VCA master, Create. Here it is. Let's go back to the mix page and take a look at how it looks there. You'll notice that the VCA fader has no inserts, no sends, and no input or output. That's because it doesn't make sense to consider any of those things for a VCA fader. Its entire purpose is to simply control the levels of the tracks within the group that it is assigned to. So that means that we need to create a group for the tracks that we want this VCA fader to control. So we want to group all of these other tracks. We will start by clicking the name of the first one, then holding Shift and clicking the name of the last one in order to select them all. And we will now go to the track menu and Group. And we will now create a group that we will call Music VCA 1. And now all of these tracks are grouped. Now we need to tell our VCA fader to control that group. If we go right here on the VCA master to its group assignment selector, and we choose the new group we created, now our VCA master gets a meter, which will be representative of the highest level of any member within the group. And when we move this fader up and down, all of the members in the group follow. So let's play for a little bit and check out what this can do for us. And at this point, we can also go to any individual fader and still control it separately from the rest of the group. So you can see just how powerful this VCA fader control can be for us. We can, of course, automate the VCA fader, and we can then, of course, automate all of our individual faders. So this becomes a really powerful way to first dial in the subtleties of your mix between all of the individual tracks, and then adjust the overall level up or down for an entire group of tracks within the mix. For instance, in this case, the music. But alternatively, we could use a VCA master to adjust the levels up and down for all of our dialogue, or all of our sound effects, or whatever element type it is that you need to group. So that's the basics of VCAs. In a future quick tip, we will take a look at how VCA fader automation works relative to the automation of the tracks within its group, and get a little deeper into how we use VCA faders within our mix. That's all for this quick tip.